find a nice grounded mountain pose here, okay? And the feet are all four corners of the feet pressing down into the earth here. Lift your toes, spread them out, and when they come back down, make sure that your big toe as well as your pinky toe are in contact with the mat, okay? All right. Now start to line things up. Shoulders over hips, hips over ankles, ears over shoulders, and hands by your side, not forward, by your side, and the palms facing forward helps to open the heart. Good. So we're dealing with the crescent moon. It's a tiny, tiny sliver, and we're going to be seeing a lot of that crescent shape in tonight's practice. Okay? And we're also going to just increase our inner brightness. Let's inhale and exhale, smooth the breath out. Staying nice and grounded here. Find that tiny sliver of light. Start to deepen your breath, using the breath to grow that light a little brighter, a little warmer, expanding. And we're going to do a little releasing breath here. So turn your palms out to the side, exhale. And we deepen the breath, inhale, take the arms up. Okay, as far as they're going to go right now. Now turn your palms to face the earth and bring them right down through the center and release anything you don't want to carry into your practice tonight. And inhale. Draw the arms up, feel your feet grounding even as you lift the arms, and as you exhale, hands come through center and you release. And just do that 2 more times, noticing internally the brightness, the energy, and then also the release. Going at your own pace, not rushing. And release. And when you are done, just come back to your mountain pose and feel into this. Inhale and exhale. All right, so we're going to do some spinal awakening here. The feet are going to be slightly wider than hip width distance, some soft hips, soft knees here. Arms out and tap your fingertips together with the arms extended long in front. And then open elbows back, heart shines up. So we're just going forward and back, standing cats and cows, elbows, yeah. Nice revitalization for the spine, equalizing the forward and back movement. And the next time your fingertips are touching, bring your entire palms to touch. Bring your hands to your heart as you straighten your legs. Inhale and exhale. Okay, so we're going to start working our way into a little bit of a crescent. Arms up, take your right wrist in your left hand. If your shoulders are gravitating too close to your ears, just let your elbows bend. The feet are grounded here, and we're going to tilt to the left. Just as far as the body is ready to go right now. It's still very early, obviously, in our practice. Come up, left wrist in the right hand, tilting, and up. Okay, it's as simple as that. So why don't you go ahead and take this side to side at a pace that feels good to you. Don't worry about how fast or slow, how deep or shallow anybody else is going. Just tap in to your body And try and keep your feet nice and grounded here. Okay, if the foot starts to come up, then you're going to really lose that stretch. And whenever you make your next journey to the left, stay there. Okay, you're going to make sure that right foot is super grounded, then release the arms parallel and press those left fingertips away to put some more length in the left side. Now take your right shoulder behind you, shine your heart up, and come center and switch. Now the left wrist is in the right hand. We crescent over to the right, extend the arms, press those right fingertips away. Left shoulder back, heart shines up, and come center. Inhale the arms up, and we're going to let it go. So just go ahead and maybe take your feet slightly wider and just release. Let those shoulders relax. The arms overhead for so long causes, the shoulders to scrunch up. So we're just going to wiggle, shake, and let everything go. And then come back to center with the feet still wider than hip width distance apart. And since we're loosening up now, we're going to keep our twist nice and loose. So just reach across the body with your left hand and then the right, left and right. If your heel wants to lift as you twist, let the heel lift. Shoulders, okay, everything's nice and just reaching, twisting, and then start to reach the hands a little closer to the earth, and you're going to decide how close to the earth they're going to get. And then start to work your way back up, still moving side to side, and then start reaching upwards, up. And maybe you reach really for the stars, or your arms are just slightly higher than shoulder level. This is all for your particular range of motion right now. And start to come back to center, reaching side to side, and then bring it in and shake it out. All right, so now we got the spine warmed up. Let's find mountain pose. Take a couple of breaths, see if we can sense some brightness, feel the energy, feel the earth, the breath move. Inhale and exhale. Yeah, if you feel the earth move, let me know, okay, since we're, we might have an issue. Inhale and exhale. Woo. All right, let's shake it out. So everybody's going to have their strap pretty close to the top of the mat, and the other thing is we'll be doing some knee down poses. So if you want to have any padding for your knees, have padding, right? You can have extra padding, or you can flip your mat up. All right, and you may not need it depending on where you are in your space. So let's come to mountain pose at the top of the mat and breathe. Inhale and exhale. And we're going to float the arms up. Inhale, exhale, swan dive over straight legs from the hip creases, keeping the hips over the ankles. Start to feel those hamstrings now come into half lift, knees bent, heart shines forward, and start to drop the hips and take yourself back to a downward facing dog. So just down dog right now. And move in your dog, bend one knee and then the other. Press one heel down and hold. Press the other heel down and hold. And press two heels down and hold. Now very mindfully bring your knees to the mat so that they both touch at the same time. And sit off to the side. Take your legs forward and find seated mountain pose. Okay, so we had been working on Dhyana Mudra. Tonight we're going to work on our Lotus Mudra. So Dhyana is a good concentration. Lotus is a good gathering hand position. So just take the heels of your hands to touch, then touch your thumbs and your pinkies, and let your middle 3 fingers open up like a flower. So lotus. Okay? And then think about what it is, something that you might want to gather either from your practice this evening or, the rest of your day. Inhale, and as you exhale, draw your palms together. Inhale, open. Exhale, draw together. Inhale, open, gather. Exhale, seal it in. Draw your hands closer to your heart. And then shake everything out. Alrighty. Okay, so we're going to get right into, this is a little, not a little challenging. It is a challenging core work, so we're going to do that right now. And let's take it down, please. Okay, and we're going to start with the right leg straight up, left foot on the mat, point the right toes. Now as you slowly let that right leg come down, you flex the foot, the heel winds up maybe 2 or 3 inches from the mat, point the toe, and come up. And we flex down and point up. All right, wiggle your foot at me if that was okay for you. Okay, you can do other things here. If up and down is too much, bring your right foot down. If up and down is too much, just go forward and back a few times. Let's try that on the left leg straight up, point the toes. And then flex the heel and slowly bring the left leg down and up. And when we come down, the heel stays about 2 or 3 inches off the mat, and we carefully bring the leg up, not flinging it up, bringing it up, and bring your left foot down. Okay, so we're either going to go the straight leg version, or you can do a bent knee version like this. We're going to take both legs up, point, and with the left leg up now, flex the right heel, bring the right leg down. Do you feel a difference with the left leg up? And bring it up. Left foot flexes, left leg up. Of course, you could always bring the other foot to the mat too. We're going slowly down and slowly up. There's no flinging here. It's all control, control, control. Flex the heel down, point the toes on the way up. Flex down, point up, flex down, point up. Okay, the next time you have your left leg down and up on the left, you'll be even and up. Oh yeah, let's take a little break here and rock side to side. Okay, so remember, 1 foot down is always an option, right? Okay, now we're going to do that, but we're not going to stop. We're going to crisscross in midair. So go ahead and start bringing the right leg down, and as it comes up, bring your left leg down. As it comes up, right leg down, left leg down, right and left. It's not fast, right? We could do this, but that doesn't do really as much for the core as controlling it is doing. 3 and 2. And the next time your left leg is on its way up, just hold both legs up. Inhale and exhale, draw the knees in and rock side to side. Oh yay, right? I know. All right, we're going to build on that. Let's bring the feet down for a moment first. Let the knees open and close. Okay, and we'll build on that. So let's go ahead and start with the knees bent, arms up, press your palms together, roll your shoulders and head up and take your hands outside your right leg and back, and outside the left leg and back. All right, so that's a move, right? That's a great way to do it. Now, take both legs up, palms face, press together, and roll up, hands to the right, legs are up. And back down, roll up, hands to the left. And back down. Feel free to come to that original position with the feet down at any time. Now, if you want to, we add on. Otherwise, just keep going right and left. Take it to the right, left leg down. Come back up. Left leg up. Take it to the left, right leg down. And up. Take it to the right, left leg down. And up. Take it to the left, right leg down. And up. Take it to the right, left leg. And up. To the left, right leg. And up. Big finish here. We go to the right, left leg. Take the left leg up and down 4 times. 3, 2, and 1. Bring it down. We're almost done. Take it to the left, right leg down and up. 4 times. 3, 2, and 1. Up. Bring it in. Move around. All right. So raise one leg if you felt that. Raise 2 legs if you felt it and you're glad it's over. Yeah. Okay. Bring the feet down. Open and close the knees. All right. And that's how wonderful it is to do that deep core work, right? So now we're all set, all prepared, nice and juicy. Let's go ahead and grab the strap. So many of you know this. It's Supta Hasta Padangustasana. Okay? Yeah. All right. So you have your knees bent, both feet on the mat. You've got your strap. Draw your right knee in and put that strap, rope, tie, whatever you have, around the ball of your right foot. Okay? You've got one end of the strap in each hand. Inhale and exhale. Now let's go ahead and flex the right foot and just breathe into the back of the right leg, and maybe the toes come back a little more. Start to get that hamstring to open. Not tug, not a lot, just a little bit. And then come back to center. Put both ends of the strap in your right hand. Take your left arm out to the side and let your right leg start to open to the right. Now it might not come all the way down, mine certainly doesn't, so I'm using my arm to brace myself here, okay? And then coming back up through center. All right, now see if that left leg will stretch long any amount, will lengthen, okay? And switch the strap into your left hand, right arm out to the side. We're going to take the left leg. The left foot goes just past the belly button. We're stopping here to feel this beautiful length here. And then we're going to let that left foot keep coming. If that's your right foot, the right foot keep coming over to the left as far as it wants. The right hip is lifting, and you turn your gaze toward your right fingertips. Again, your leg could be higher. Use your arm to assist you here. And then bring the strap back up to center. Take one end of the strap in each hand, flex the right foot, and breathe those toes back. Breathe and breathe. And bend your knee and release. Okay. Give me a wiggle if you're good to move on to the left. If you have any questions, I should have said, everybody put your feet down. Raise one leg if you have any questions and I need to explain something differently. Okay, we're good to move on. Bring your left knee in. Put the strap around the ball of your left foot. Flex your left foot. And just breathe. Breathe into your hamstring. Feel that nice release. Now take both ends of the strap into your left hand, right arm out to the side for a little counterbalance here, and take your left leg over to the side. Remember, use your arm to support the leg, right? If it doesn't come all the way to the floor. Now, we're not looking to get it all the way to the floor by bringing the right hip up. We're just letting that left leg open because we want a nice stretch on the inner thigh here. And then draw your leg back up to center. Switch hands so that the right hand is holding the strap now, left arm is out. See how much your right leg wants to straighten, if at all, and let the left leg come over to the right with your gaze towards your left fingertips, just past, I'm sorry, we should have stopped right past the belly button. And now we come over to the right, let that left hip lift up, or in more of a twist, and the gaze is toward the left fingertips. And then draw the leg up. We're not tugging it with the strap. The leg is doing the work. Strap's just along for the ride. Take one end of the strap in each hand, flex that foot, and gently, gently draw the toes a little farther back. Just breathe into the hamstring, or with the slightest, slightest gentle touch, encourage the toes back a little bit. And then bend your knee and put the strap off to the side. Bend both knees, open and close them like little butterfly wings here. Inhale, legs long. Exhale, knees into chest. Hold on. Okay, and then just rock around. Release the spine. Move the hips. Great, and let's come to hands and knees from here. Okay, if you want some extra padding for your knees, just go ahead and arrange that. So if hands and knees isn't your thing, you can always just go put your hands on a wall, right, and step away so you're in kind of a diagonal from the wall. Hands and knees, your knees are under your hips, and your wrists could be directly under the shoulders or slightly forward. That takes out some of the right angle. Now here's where we're going to start to see some crescent here. So take your right foot back, tuck the toes under, and let's, since we have the foot in this position, let's press and roll the foot. Give it a nice little massage. Thank it for carrying you around all day, right? And then come back to center, and we're going to take the right foot out to the right, and then make a tiny little arc and take the right foot over to the left. Make a little arc and come back over to the right. And with each right to left, keep going. Try and make your arc a little bigger, as though you're going through all the colors of the rainbow, right? Red, orange, yellow. You know how rainbow does. It gets progressively more archy. Yeah. And then the next time your right foot is over to the left, leave it there and start to turn your gaze behind you on the left to see if you could spot your right foot back there somewhere. Maybe you're noticing a nice stretch in the right side as well from doing this. Take your leg back up and knee down. Okay, let's come up for a moment, shake out the wrists. And we're going to do the same thing on the left. Start tiny, take it bigger, bigger, and bigger. Here we go, tabletop. Okay, so you see you could be doing this with your hands on a chair or the wall. Take the left foot back and press and roll. Press and roll. And then press back through the heel and hold. And bring your left foot out to the left and then a little tiny arc over to the right, and back to the left, and back to the right, making those arcs a little bigger each time, each time. Nice range of motion here for the hip, side to side. And the next time the left foot is over to the right, keep it there. Start to gaze beyond your right shoulder. See if you can spot your left foot. And come back around and bring the left knee down. All right, we're going to come up, shake out those wrists for a moment. And then we're just going to go back down, forward and back. So we're in a knee down plank here, hips back, going forward and back a few times, just until we get the signal from our body, I'm ready for child's pose, and then come into your child's pose. And breathe. All right, now in child's pose, if they're not already, extend your arms long, press into the mat, look up slightly, and walk your hands over to the right. We're making a crescent with our body in child's pose now. The hands are over to the right. And there's a lot of stretch in the left side. Let's walk those right fingertips away. Get a little more length in the right. And then walk your hands back through center. Breathe and walk the hands over to the left. So you're getting that great stretch in the right side. Walk the left fingertips away to get a little more stretch there. Yes. Good. And then walk your hands back through center and float your way into downward facing dog. Come into a nice, even down dog. Something that feels good to you here. And go ahead and start to walk your feet to your hands, taking them wider as you go until they're about mat width distance apart. Bringing your forearms to your thighs and your hands to your heart. And lift up through the center of your body, fingertips to the sky. Inhale, lengthen the spine. And as you exhale, come into mountain pose. All right, breathe it out. Inhaling and exhaling. All right, let's just take a couple of breaths here, feeling into this. Finding the stability of our mountain pose. Finding the brightness from the heat and opening that you've been doing. Inhale and exhale. We're going to do a simple sun salutation, okay, with just a nice relaxed crescent, low crescent lunge in the middle. So come to the top of your mat, okay, and we're going to do it the same way on both sides. So it'll be a knee down crescent lunge. Again, if you have knee padding that you want, have it in place. Bring your feet hip width distance apart. You're in mountain pose. Okay, we all know this. This is simple sun salutation. Float the arms up. Inhale. Exhale. Swan dive over the hip creases. There they go. Those hamstrings. Now bring your hands to your thighs. Shine your heart forward. Sink your hips down, step back with your right leg, hang out in your lunge for a moment, maybe moving forward and back with that left knee, right? Get a little hamstring, wiggle the hips around, and then settle down, right knee behind the hip, left knee over the ankle, and just float into a nice open-hearted, low crescent lunge. Bring your hands down. Find your way to plank. You might be going knees down or knees up. Okay. And then nice strong chaturanga. Yes, beautiful. I saw lots of really strong straight spines, nice planks there. Okay, now we're just going to do a simple cobra, shoulders toward the ears, down the spine, without pressing into the hands. Lift the heart. Now just lift your hands as well. Just let them come up and release. And find your way back to down dog. You can tuck your toes and do a lift, or you can go table to dog. Okay. Inhale and exhale. All right, we're going to add a little thing here. Those little crescents that we were doing from tabletop, we're going to do from down dog now. So take your right foot out to the right and make a little crescent over to the left. Up and back to the right and to the left. And once again, make your crescents a little larger, just like a rainbow. And the next time the right foot is over to the left, just keep it there. Look under your left armpit, spot your right foot. Take your right leg back up to hip height, and then big step through, whatever big is for you now. Go ahead and bring your left knee down, right knee over ankle, and low crescent lunge. Yeah. And release. Tuck your back toes, lift that back knee. Engage all the muscles of your body, super strong, and big step forward, half lift, forward fold. Float the arms out and up, palms touch. And hands come heart center. Okay, here we go, left side, top of the mat, mountain pose. Right? Yep. Float the arms up, inhale. Exhale as you swan dive. Nice, straight over those hips, beautiful. Hands to the thighs, half lift, shine your heart forward. Now we're going to sink the hips down, bring the hands to the mat, step back with the left leg, and enjoy this lunge. So you might, once again, you might bend and straighten your right leg, wiggle the hips, just have fun with it. Left knee down, low crescent lunge, arms overhead. Yes. Good. And then bring your hands down and take yourself into a plank. High or low. Plank. Nice and strong chaturanga. Yeah. Now this time, before you go into your cobra, lift your hands first. And do a hands-free cobra. Shoulders toward the ears, down the spine, elbows toward the waist. Good. And release. All right, find your way to down dog. And then your left toes come out to the left, over to the right. We're making progressively larger crescents here. Side to side, side to side. And then the next time the left foot is over to the right, look under your right arm to spot it. Come back up, left leg up. Take a big step forward with the left foot. Come into low crescent lunge. Just arrange yourself for low crescent lunge. Hands down, your back knee lifts, engage, and take a nice big step forward. Half lift, forward fold. How are those hamstrings feeling now? And then float the arms out and up. Palms touch, and hands come heart center. And come back to mountain pose. Inhale and exhale. All right, who wants to do some crescent in balancing? Sure, why not? Okay, so let's go ahead and find the feet hip width distance apart. Find ourselves in a nice strong mountain pose. And let's go ahead and see how the body is feeling tonight in terms of balance. So the feet are planted, right? The toes are engaged, the legs are strong. Start hands to the hips, fix your gaze, nice calm mind, and raise your right heel, okay? See if you did this, dump into that left leg, keep that left leg straight and strong, and start to see about lifting that knee. It might be time, it might not. And release. Okay, let's try it on the left. Left heel up, strong on the right leg. Start to lift the left knee. If that's you, you're lifting your knee. If it's not you, your toes are staying to the mat, and release. All right, shake it out. We have an idea where the body is willing to go tonight, right? Everybody is? Okay. All right, so let's have the hands to the hips for now and go back to that right side, toes, or just slightly lift the toes, and let's crescent out to the side and back. Moving balance, out to the side and back. Maybe we start to make those crescents bigger, and back, out and back, out and back, and come to mountain pose. Alrighty, let's try that on the other side. So we've got the left toes up, right leg straight, and just a little out and back, making it bigger, a little more each time. So we're lifting the knee a little higher each time, and back, out, and back. And last time, and back to mountain pose. Did that work okay, everybody? Alrighty, so let's try it now. We had the hands on hips. Let's try it with the arms out to the side, okay? We're going to take the right foot to the toes and out and back, and then start making it bigger. Like a little moving balance, right? Out and back. One more time. Big out, big back, woo, and release. Good, and we're going to try that on the left. Now pay attention to your sides, right? Because you know what I'm about to say when we're done with this. Arms out, here we go. To the left toes, tiny, out and back. And a little larger. Out and back. Out and back. Yes, out and back. One more, biggest one. Out and back, and release. Shake it out. All right, if you had a side that was a lot less cooperative, you're going to work on that side, okay? And just work on your rainbows on your less cooperative side. So obviously, this is my less cooperative side. If you didn't have a less cooperative side, I'm going to tell you when we're halfway through, and you can switch sides. We're going to go for 1 minute. So ready? You can have your hands to your hips or your arms out. Play with your crescents. Go one side. I'll tell you when we're halfway done. All right, and if you're going to do your other side, go ahead, but if you had a particularly fussy side, try and stay with that side. Okay, just give it the extra attention. That's really going to help it. Three, two, now come back to mountain pose and just close your eyes and just allow that, whatever sensations are happening, to happen. And shake it out. Okay. All right, so we're going to do now Remember, we did lotus pose for gathering. We're going to do energy gathering goddess pose right now. So take your legs slightly wider than hip width distance, maybe even a little more than slightly, with the toes turned out. We're moving into plies, knees over toes, knees over toes. So we're just starting with that, knees over toes. Okay, now take your arms out as you bend your knees out to the side here. Staying here, draw your arms forward, parallel to each other, and then draw in energy and lift your arms overhead as you straighten your legs. It's arms out, knees bend, arms forward and parallel. Draw in energy and straighten the arms overhead, straighten the legs. Take it down, forward, in and up. We're going to do two more. Take it down, forward, gather energy and up. One more, down, forward, gather and up and release. All right, shake it out. So we have our legs wide. Let's go ahead and do a little warrior two here. So turn your right toes to the right, left toes in at an angle. Press through the outer edge of your left foot. Okay, make sure that left foot is nice and stable. Right knee over the right ankle, tracking through the center of your foot. Right, the knee is not coming in, it's tracking center. Shoulders over hips. Relax into a warrior two, calmly gazing past your right fingertips. We're just going to move this a little bit. Straighten your front leg and bring the hands to the heart. Take your gaze forward. Open back to warrior two. Come back to center with the front leg straightening. And open back to warrior two. And one more time, center, open, land in warrior two, and just feel the energy, right? It goes down, it goes up. Nice balanced energy, calm, very strong. Do you still have an arch in your left foot? You want to make sure the outer edge of that left foot is really in good contact with the mat. Now bring your hands to your heart, look forward, turn all 10 toes forward, and folding from the hip creases, come halfway down, keeping the hips over the ankles. Feel those hamstrings. Just halfway. And then come up. All right, we're going to go to the left. You can shake your legs out for a moment and then reopen them. Left toes forward. Right edge of the foot is grounding into the mat. The outer edge of the right foot, I should say, right? So there's an arch in the right foot. Left knee bends, it's over the ankle, tracking through the center of the foot. Shoulders over hips. Arms out, nice and gentle here. Yes, beautiful. And here we go. Take it forward, straighten your front leg. And open back up. And take it forward, straighten. And open. Take it forward, straighten. And open and hold here, okay? Warrior energy, calm, strong, focused. Gazing past those left fingertips. All right, now as you come forward, turn all 10 toes forward, hands to the heart. Once again, with a long spine, we're folding over the hip creases. You could go just a few inches. You could go halfway. If you want, you can keep going. Drop your hands to your legs or the mat, wherever they reach. And sometimes you get here and you're like, I think I want to heel toe my feet wider apart. Do that. Inhale and exhale. All right, now go ahead and bring your hands to your hips. Come halfway up. Take your arms out to the side in a T. Take your arms by your ears, pressing into the earth as you lift your arms up. Inhale. Exhale your hands down by your side, and then start to bring your legs in. Shake things out. How's everybody doing? Okay, all right. So we're going to just free form for a moment here, right? Just move around, see where everything is, how are things feeling. And since we all have straps handy, when you're done free forming, bring your strap back to your mat if it's gravitated away somehow. And come to the top of your mat. Find mountain pose. And just let your breath move. Close your eyes. Feel your brightness. Feel the energy. How's the breath going? Now we're going to work our way down, so float the arms up, inhale. Exhale, swan dive, straight legs, fold over the hip creases. Hands high, low, anywhere in between. Hands to the thighs, a nice little half lift here. Sink the hips. Find your way back to down dog. And from down dog, we're going to take the big toes together. And take the knees to one side, hips to the other, and switch sides. Now, if you've had enough of down dogs for the day, and you prefer to be in table right now, just swish your hips side to side. That's fine too. Come back to center, and if you're in down dog, bring both knees down, same time, sit off to the side. And find seated mountain pose. Legs are long, feet are flexed, spine is long. Inhale and exhale. All right, we're going to come back into Lotus Mudra. So we have the heels of the hands, the thumbs and the pinkies touching. The three middle fingers are open like the flower petals. And start to gather anything that you might have gained from tonight's practice that you want to take off your mat and into your world. And then on your next exhale, draw the hands together. Draw them into your heart. Seal it in. And shake things out. Whew. All right. So I think we'll do a little wide-legged forward fold here. So it's really a V. Whatever wide for you is wide for you. So for some people, wide might be just a little farther than hip width distance. Some people might be like their feet could touch opposite ends of the wall, right? Okay, and then just come into whatever wide is for you. Sit up nice and tall here and bring your hands in between your legs. With a long spine, inhale, keeping your feet flexed and your gaze long ahead, walk your hands forward. And you just stop where your body stops. And we're breathing here. And then we're going to walk the hands back, all right? So that was just one time, right? Now we're going to turn, face the right leg and have one hand on either side of the right leg. Turn the body toward the right leg with a long spine. Inhale, and then exhale. Fold over the right leg to whatever extent works for you. We still have that left leg engaged. And walk the hands back up. Come center. Hands to the left. Left hand's outside the left leg. Right hand is inside. Turn and face your left leg. Inhale. Exhale, walk the hands down. Keep your gaze long, so you're gazing at your toes here, your left toes, rather than your left thigh. And come back up to center, hands to center, and bring your legs together. Release them with a nice little shake here. Inhale and exhale. Okay, now we're going to move into cobbler's pose. So we're going to take the soles of the feet together. The legs are long, right? The soles of the feet are together. And then start to move your feet closer to your hips. Now when your knees start doing this, you've gone too far. So you're going to find your best foot position for cobbler's pose without the knees getting overly high here. If this is uncomfortable, you might prefer to have your feet 6 inches apart. That's a garland pose, nice little way also to do this. Hold on to your ankles and sit up nice and tall. So if your legs are far away, right, if your feet are far away, you might not have your ankles, you might have your shins. Okay? We're working with our bodies. Inhale, and then folding from the hips, keeping the spine long. Draw the hands down to the mat, fingertips facing forward, and perhaps moving a little deeper into this. Breathe, and walk the hands back. And you can see how the Supta Hasta Padangusthasana that we did at the beginning of class helped prepare the body for these moves, as well as some of the other stuff we did. Is everybody okay with the V forward fold and the cobbler's pose forward fold? We're good? All right, so let's go ahead and release the legs for a moment. Take the legs back to a V. Take the hands to center, feet are flexed. Inhale, walk the hands forward. Walk them back up. Take the right hand outside the right leg, left hand inside, turn, face your right leg, walk the hands forward. Walk it up. We're not spending as long as we did, we're just kind of releasing more into it now. Turn to the left, long spine, walk the hands forward. And back. All right, now come into your cobbler's pose, or the alternative with the feet separated, garland pose. Hold on, inhale, and take a nice little long spine forward fold. And come on back up to seated and draw your knees up. And let's go ahead and roll down. Grab your strap on your way down. We've got the knees bent, feet hip width distance. We're going to let the knees open and close. Draw your right knee in and put the strap around your right foot. Take your right leg straight up here. Inhale and exhale. And now we're going to allow that leg, just this part of what we did earlier. Now the hamstrings are a little more released. So with one hand on either side of the strap, we're going to allow the right leg to travel back. Maybe the left leg wants to straighten here, maybe it doesn't. All right, bend your right knee, switch the strap to the left, right foot down, left leg up, left foot is flexed. Drawing back through the hamstring, maybe the right leg straightens any amount. Maybe the right foot stays on the mat. And then bend the knees, put the strap off to the side. Okay. And we're going to take the right leg up and point and flex the foot. Circle the ankle, one direction and the other. Release, take the left leg up, point and flex the foot. Circle, one one direction. And the other. Bring those feet down. Open and close the fingers, wiggle. Rotate the wrists one direction. And the other. Hands down by your side, turn your head side to side, release the neck. And then come back to center and do any movement or realignment that your body is asking for right now so that you can find your comfortable final relaxation position. So just do any moving around that you need to do. Decide if you're going to have your knees bent or your legs straight. Get comfortable. Inhale through the nose. And slowly exhale through the mouth. Let your body just melt onto the earth as you close your eyes and find yourself in final relaxation. Now slowly begin to bring your awareness back to your space. Invite a deeper breath. Gently bring movement back to your body, wiggling fingers and toes. And on your next inhale, stretch the arms and legs long. Exhaling, draw the knees in, give yourself a hug. Find your way over to a side. And eventually back up to a nice, easy seat. As you turn your gaze to your own good heart and your bright spirit, thank and honor yourself for your practice, and we thank and honor each other for sharing this time. Namaste.